The silence came first. Not absence, but inversion, like the universe had reversed its frequency and begun broadcasting on a dead channel. 3 weeks ago, the stars above Millbrook began vanishing. Not fading or burning out, but simply ceasing, leaving perfect circles of void where they'd hung for millennia. My neighbor, a retired astronomer, cataloged the disappearances from his route. By the third night, he'd stopped speaking entirely. He left 17 voicemails before he died. I listened to them chronologically, each more fragmented than the last. The final message, 93 seconds of whispered coordinates in a language that made my teeth ache. I found him in the basement that afternoon. Mirrors arranged in concentric circles, each reflecting something not quite his face. The angles hurt to look at directly, so I studied them through my phone screen, where they resolved into familiar geometries. That's when I understood. The stars hadn't vanished. They'd inverted, folding inside out until their light pointed backward through space-time. The astronomer had mapped the inversion, documenting how our constellations were being replaced by their own negative space. Between the reflected stars, something vast and patient was learning to mimic human faces. Not to infiltrate, but to practice. Like a child tracing letters before understanding language, it copied our expressions, the subtleties of emotion written across our features. I burned the house down 3 days later. Insurance called it faulty wiring, but I'd seen how the flames danced, writing symbols in smoke that lingered beyond recognition. Now I sleep with curtains drawn, afraid to look at the night sky. The stars are returning, but they are not right. Their light carries memories from other minds that have touched something vast and hungry between spaces we thought were empty. Sometimes I catch myself practicing expressions in the bathroom mirror, trying to remember which version of my face belongs here, in this body, on this planet. The astronomer's coordinates burned into my phone's memory appear sometimes in my peripheral vision. Not numbers but angles, directions for folding yourself where human geometry becomes irrelevant. The silence persists, not absence but presence awareness that something vast has noticed us noticing, and is learning to speak in the only language we share. The geometry of hunger, the mathematics of loneliness stretching between stars that were never meant to be connected.